remember them having a little brother.
Yeah, the only like I hung out with like someone in Indiana. I think it was and then in Carlsbad. I'm trying to think of like when I had friends like at the different places that were like, but because I would think if they had a brother, I would have probably hung out with them quite a bit.
Right,
Since
that's what I
yeah,
was thinking too.
I
She
just
said
remembered
that
it was
she,
like your girls, like your friends' place.
yeah, and I remember the Barbie situation, but Mom thought it was My Little Ponies.
Yeah.
She said it was My Little Ponies, and we let them borrow them, and then they cut off their manes. I was like, I don't think so. It was Barbies, and their mom got mad. It was their Barbies, right?
So the situation from when I was 5, what I remember, and but later on, and I heard this story. Like I always thought it was your guys's, like Meryl's and your Barbies,
Barbies.
and that you guys let them borrow them, and when they gave them back to you, it was like, oh, like their hair was cut like
Yeah,
really short, or like this
yeah.
and that, and you know.
Yes, and we asked them if they did it, and their mom got mad that we were accusing them, right, or something.
Something like that, and then those girls said like, well, it was them that did that or something. It was like, okay, and it was just like never resolved. I
Yeah, like
thought
they
it
never,
was like a,
they didn't want to get in trouble from their mom.
yeah, I thought it like probably created space between you guys, and because obviously it's just a weird situation. So that's what I thought maybe it was. But someone told me that story a long time ago. Because yeah, it was like I thought you guys like had the Barbies back, and it was like you guys are just like, oh, like looking at them, just like, oh, like what the heck, like it's like, hey, you guys did that yourselves, and you guys are just sitting there like, oh. Like, no, but okay.
They did. They tried to convince us that we did it. And the
It's
mom
like,
was mad. The mom was mad about something. I don't know if she was mad at us for like accusing them, or she was mad about something, or she knew that they did it. I don't even know. I forgot those people even freaking existed. So I don't even know. I told Mom, I was like, I didn't even remember those people until Colin brought them up. Like, I've totally just completely like blanked out on that season of life. But then I started thinking about it. Do you remember the people that lived there before them or after them? Their names were Molly and Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh was his son.
I don't
Molly and
think
Kavanaugh.
so.
Do you remember them? Okay.
Because I don't remember names for that. I just remember like the experiences. Like, 'cause I wouldn't remember those girls' names unless you just said them earlier.
Yeah.
Um, like I just remember you being like, I think I can fly. You remember that? I know that was
Yeah.
terrible. I know that was terrible, but I remember that, like that memory big
Of
time.
me.
That
Were you out? Were you?
I, I was outside behind you, I believe. I was this young kid watching my oldest sister. I have the best memories living in over there, man. I was just like, it was super windy. Dalton, it was super windy outside, Kansas status. And like, I think Meryl and Danielle and I were outside. We always try to figure out things to do. And like, we had like maybe, I think it was like 1 or 2 concrete steps that kind of like, it was like not very noticeable, but kinda, or something that like led to our front door. But we were way out there on the side, kind of the sidewalk leading, before you like turned into our front door or something like that. And I just remember it was so windy, and I don't know if Danielle had a shirt on that was kind of like, it was really kind of showing the wind in the way or something, like where it's like, Danielle, I remember she put her hands out to the sides. I just remember she was just like, I think I could do it. Like, I think I could fly. And I remember I'm young, and so I'm just like, oh my gosh, like my sister's about to just like take off. Like this is crazy. And I felt like the wind kind of did take you in a way because like it got some boo-boos. Are you there, doll?
Yeah, I'm just listening to you guys.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, it did take her. Like, I felt like she
I,
took one or two steps, and then it was like she
I'll
kind of
tell
went,
you what it was.
kind
I'll
of
tell
ran
you.
and went
I'll tell
forward.
you.
But I thought the wind like took you, and then, but yeah,
It did.
it was like definite boo boo status after that because I thought like she took off from the sidewalk and then she landed on the sidewalk like airplane status but the
So
takeoff
true.
position was like
No,
hands
no, no,
out
no,
to this.
no.
Oh, okay.
I had that big plastic. There's a huge piece of plastic, like
Oh my
tarp.
gosh, were you like trying to kite with it, kinda?
Yes, yes.
Oh my gosh, see, I don't really remember.
Yes.
I have
Remember
the
that?
I,
Okay.
I kind of
So
now remember that, yeah, because my image was like your hands are down to the side, and you're like, oh, for a
I did
second.
have them. I had them spread out so that I could balance myself, but I was holding on to that big plastic tarp, and the wind was blowing so hard it was like pulling me. So I thought that I was going to be able to literally catch some air for real, and the wind just caught the tarp and like yanked me. Remember?
Yeah,
And
forward.
I was like I was like running and jumping to try to get like,
Oh
try
yeah.
to
Oh
try
my
to fly.
gosh. Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
I
What were we? Oh man, I'm just like standing there watching you do this. Like, what were you? You know, I was like, but you were. It was like working.
It was working. Like I was actually getting the air, but then it it yanked me down, and I landed so hard, and I skinned my hand and my hip.
Yeah,
I still have the scars on my knuckles.
yeah. That's what I remember is like your hands, like your
Hmm.
knuckles. It was like, eesh.
Yeah, it
But
scraped the skin completely off my knuckles and my hip, and it knocked the wind out of me. And I was crying. I couldn't even cry, but like I
yeah,
was crying. But I
I
was crying,
just.
you know.
If I
And
was
mom,
there, which I feel like I was, I just didn't know what to do. Like,
that's
I
so
just was
funny if
like,
you
what
saw me.
happened?
I don't
I was
even
like,
remember you being there.
I feel like I was just standing out there, just like watching all of this happen, like because I just remember it coming to an end, you
Hmm.
know, like when and then just like I like didn't know
What
what
to
to
do?
do, like or like
Yeah.
I maybe I ran inside potentially because wasn't Meryl out there too?
I don't remember anyone being with me because it literally basically killed me, and then I came back to life.
Yeah, because
I
I felt like I ran inside or something and like screamed
you may have
mom
gotten scared.
and like you know I think I said something like if mom might remember because I think I ran in and said something like probably crazy like Danielle flew off in the air and like hit the ground, you know, something like that, and mom like came out just like running
I don't
like
remember if she came out because I think she was in the bathtub when that happened,
oh
and I had to walk in, and like I was crying, and she was in the bathtub, and I was like, and she's like, "What happened?" And I was just like, my hand was all, bleeding
oh
and
my gosh.
scraped up. I don't remember you or Mariel being out there,
I
but
feel like I
there
had
were
to
these little girls that lived behind us. They were twins, little blonde girls that were twins that we played with sometimes, and then there were some other little girls that lived across from them, and the little sister's name was Sarah, and she was super freaking annoying. Do you remember her? She
um
was like, oh my gosh, she was so annoying. She was like probably like 3, and she would just like come out and she'd be like, play with me, play with me, play with me, and like repeat herself a million trillion times.
I kind of feel like I vaguely, you know,
I don't know. Anyway,
remember the twins.
yeah, the twins. I can't remember their names though. But anyway, Oh my gosh, I didn't know you saw that you were behind me or that you saw me. I've totally forgotten that. What's Dalton?
I mean, unless I don't feel like I'm manifesting it because I'm just like, I just have these like, just a few memories of like that time. You
Yeah.
know, like I remember finding that like that bracelet at a gas station. Like I remember that visual
Oh
of
yeah, I
like,
remember when that happened.
yeah, like picking it up. I remember like looking at it on the floorboards and like placing it there. And then I kind of remember us going to the jewelry shop. And it's weird because like I don't have tons in like uh like I kind of remember like, you know, Zoe type stuff, because it's like it was memorable, like the rabbit running in and out
Yeah.
with the other rabbits, and like
Yeah.
I kind of remember going to the specialty shop,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
the walk down to it, and
Yeah. I've got a plug cannon, just so you know, so I can
okay.
like re-heal us. I'm gonna like go to the back and just heal you guys when needed. If you guys want to battle, I really actually appreciated Dalton's description of his role in the Fortnite
Oh,
as a collector. I agree with that. I would like to be that position, please.
well, hit
I
me
like to
anytime you
battle.
want with that chug cannon, like as many times as you want. And then,
Where's Dalton?
yes.
Sorry, I'm right here. I'm trying to get this, raise this flag up.
Oh, that's all I got right now. I gotta let it recharge. There?
He's over there, yeah. Oh, it's gonna be
1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, what blue guns do you want?
I would like a blue shotgun if possible.
And like,
Okay.
I mean, I remember, I don't remember, like, I mean, I have to think about it. I mean, I do remember, like, Stockton, you know, like, in certain ways, and, you know, doing certain things. I probably remember, of course, more, from there, but what was the first one? Shoot, I just forgot. Oh, it'll come back to me. Okay,
I got a keg too, Hybrid, if you want to come to me. I'll break the keg.
I mean, yeah, I have tons of memories. I mean, I remember that place quite a bit.
Crap,
I
I grabbed the
remember,
wrong.
Dalton, get this. You ready for this, Dalton?
Don't break it. I got a keg.
Okay,
Yeah, but
well,
yeah, go
hold
ahead
on,
and shoot.
Storm.
Oh crap. Okay, come here. Ah!
Then she has her cannon.
Yeah, I've got the.
Oh, okay, good.
Once we get into the storm, then I'll
Oh, Danielle, there's a shotgun.
Oh, wrong way. What the heck? I'll grab it.
I've got a Havoc pump.
Yeah.
I have a green one.
Oh, I got a blue.
Instead. Thank you. I think Mom's thinking of Kavanaugh, like I think she's remembering him as one of the little boys that lived by us. Because
Well, yeah,
I don't remember those
she
two.
said the name.
Guillermo. He said,
Yeah, and it's like,
Guillermo.
no.
Not at
like,
all. I've never known a Guillermo my whole life.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, yeah, Ariel and da da da, and you know, and their younger brother Guillermo, and it's like, what?
Yeah, I don't think there was a Guillermo.
No. Hilarious though, but it's very like, what? Man, there was this guy in Indiana that, like, my friend in the neighborhood, like, there was those apartments kind of, like, we lived in those houses, but then there was just apartments that were kind of still part of the whole thing, the rentals, and, I can't remember his name, but it was like this boy and his mother, and his grandparents were from Korea, and all I remember is, man, they introduced me to Taco Bell, and I just remember I'd always tell mom and dad, I was like, yeah, I'm going fishing, because every time him and I were fishing, we'd come home and his mom would have already ran to Taco Bell, like when we were fishing, and she would always give us like those cheesy gordita crunches or like those taco things, and I was just like, what are these? Because it was like we would, for some reason, mom would let us eat tons of Big Macs, like at UOP, you know, with the free tickets. But like, we weren't. I never feel like, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like occasionally, maybe we'd have McDonald's, but like to be consistently being like, oh yeah, like mom's running to Taco Bell. Like I don't feel like we were blessed with that. Because I just remember I was like addicted to wanting to hang out with that kid because I was like, man, like,
Taco Bell's so good.
yeah, I was like, what is this stuff? Like wrapped up. It's like, what are these sauces? Like, what is happening?
We couldn't
Um,
have Taco Bell, but we could eat McDonald's.
yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's weird. Because, yeah, and mom was like, yeah, I wonder why my son blew up when we were in Stockton. You know, like substantially, like going from like a young kid to like, they're like, yes, Colin's just growing up, and it's like, no, like you're feeding him like 3 Big Macs before every basketball game, sitting in the back of the car. I'm not complaining, that was amazing, but
Help me.
Knocked.
You knocked the bunny? Okay. The duck, I mean.
Yep.
so, this is how bad of a brother I was.
There's a gold gun there too, guys. Gold Havoc suppressed.
There was a point when there was a
Ooh,
point
that
when
gold is nice.
so I can tell how it like originated, but the end of the story is basically like Danielle and I had this like big
Here, Danielle, come
like athletic sports card collection together.
here.
We were doing like this, it was kind of like our hobby together, like we just like collected these cards, and I think we even like taped them, which is kind of funny. Like to papers, and like would write the teams, like it was like we made our own card book. And then like I remember one day, for some reason, you know, Danielle and I were, or like I was, something happened where I was like really like being a brat or upset or something. I just remember it was so, I just remember like being like, you know, oh, I got shot really good. Watch out, snipers. Something like, these are my cards, and I'm not sharing anymore, or something like that in Stockton. And
I don't remember.
I feel like that you probably didn't care. You're like, okay, cool kid, like I'm gonna go out and hang out with my friends or something. But we had all these like football cards and baseball cards, and we got them originally from maybe one of your friends. I don't know if it was like, I like found this pocket knife, like someone's friend like left a pocket knife at our house or in our yard, and I found it, and he was so happy that I had found it. He was like, hey man, like I know you like sports cards, and he had like a whole dresser drawer just full of sports cards, and he was just like, you can have whichever ones you want, thanks for returning my knife or something. I remember like part of our card collection is like I took like handfuls of this guy's like stuff. Who knows if they're ever worth anything. It is like a whole team by us. But yeah, brat calling all the time. Ooh, a sniper. Oh, this snipers. My team. I'm the worst teammate. I'm the worst teammate.
That was brutal. I mean, I couldn't even switch my guns fast enough. That was just too
Is there a bus? Does anyone know?
I'm looking. I don't see one. I don't see one.
It's got.
I don't think.
Oh, trio. Oh my god, all three of them right there.
Yeah, they attacked us. They like basically ran up and just blasted us in the face. All at once.
Yeah, that's funny. We were like a McDonald's family. I think what else from Overland Park. Oh, I remember being in mom and dad's room and like calling 911.
Oh my gosh, we did that all the time.
I was laughing because I told Dalton that story, and now that there's verification, it's just like, I told him, I was like, yeah, like, I was like, I don't know if it was because, like, eventually it was because at school or something when I was really young, they, like, taught us a lesson, like, if you're ever in trouble, like, I don't know where I learned that from, but then it was like, yeah, I just was like, but I wouldn't just do that, like, I would open up the phone book, and I would just, like, call random people. And like I remember, like I felt bad because like I remember this one guy answered, and it was almost like he was just like super excited, like for like maybe he was expecting a call, like maybe like, oh yeah, this is whatever that stuff is, like Publishers Clearinghouse, like with the blah blah, you're our winner or something. He's like, hello. And I was just like, you know, or whatever I was doing. And, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the whole calling 911, and I don't remember, I remember them showing up, and then, like, coming into the house, and like, oh. But yeah, I don't know why, I don't know. Maybe I like thought the police were cool. Like it's like, hey, Colin, like quit doing that. Such a weirdo. I remember, like, yeah, one time we were in kindergarten. We were singing something, and I was just like standing there. And I was just like, is Dad gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? And like, it was like last second, like right before we started singing, like, zoop, here comes Dad, like kind of jogging in his suit, you know, like out into the grass, like wherever we were doing some sort of like thing. And I was just like, I just like remember that moment. It was like very important as a young child. But then other than that, just like, you know, get in trouble with the teacher in kindergarten quite a bit.
Why did you get in trouble so much?
Well, I remember her telling me one time, she's like, Colin, you can't be telling other kids you're cooler than them. And stuff like that. Like, I was just like really obnoxious in that sense. Like I would be like, I'm way, like we'd go on the playground, we would run, like all the you know, boys would run. And that was how we would kind of determine like who the coolest kids were. Like what I would be like, I'm way faster than you do. And I would just like drill that into the other boys in the class. But then also like there was a lot of kissing going on between the girls and Colin in kindergarten.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was one thing that I was always getting in trouble for.
Wow.
You know, because I remember one time this girl, because I would be like under the tables and I remember this one girl, I don't think I said anything like mean, it was just like my disappointment. Like, I was just like, yeah, you know, give me a kiss. She's like, no, you can kiss me on the cheek. I was like, oh, you know, and then it was just like, I don't know if like that girl like told her mom like, hey, you know, like this guy's this and that, but yeah, I feel bad because there's probably like 20 to 30 girls that like technically, they're like, what was your first kiss? They're like, yeah, there's just some like ridiculously obnoxious guy in kindergarten that like, you know, that was like our right of like, you know, that's the only way he'd leave us alone. I'm just kidding.
I didn't know about all that.
I was very popular with girls in kindergarten. Yeah, because I remember one time Mom was like, we were going over to this like one of her church friends' houses, and I remember like we were taking the sob over there, and Mom brought the wooden spoon, and she set the wooden spoon like she put it in the glove box in front of me.
Oh my gosh.
Dalton, do you hear this? The sob?
Yeah, yeah, listen.
Yeah, that visual of just like I was sitting in the pasture and she's like, all right, I'm putting this in here. Those original like saw leather manual things are in there. I'm just saying that for Dalton. And she like closed it up in there. I was like, oh, she's bringing this with us. She's like, you better not be kissing any girls while we're here. You better not be kissing her daughter. And like, I just remember like Mom was so mad when I almost died when we got back in the saw because like, you know, it wasn't my fault they had a tree house out back and then like, you know.
I didn't know you had all this kissing stuff going on.
All what?
This kissing stuff going on.
I guess. You know, I don't know if it was the movies Mom and Dad had on or what was going on. But yeah, I just remember like I got in trouble because Mom was like, yeah, don't be kissing while we're here. I was like, okay. And then like I just remember she like got that wooden spoon out as soon as we left. Because it was like, huh?
Do you remember when Mariel squeezed that guinea pig to death?
Oh my god. Wait, so, because she had those like Siberian dwarf ones later in life, but what? Oh, wasn't it one of her friends, right?
We were over at someone's house. We were at like one of Dad's coworkers' house.
Oh my god, yeah. Like I remember. Yeah, were you?
Oh,
see it happen?
Whoa!
I love this game. I was just like walking.
Holy crap!
I eliminated one.
Nice.
I only have 10 bullets left. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh, I ran past him. Oh my gosh, This room needs to lower. Oh my god, I
Nice,
don't know how
hybrid.
many rounds left.
No, you got an assault rifle.
Where?
Kill the guy all the way. He's gonna revive him soon.
Oh shoot, I got it now. Oh my gosh. Oh, but yeah, so were you there? Like, do you remember? Do you
Yes.
remember probably more than me? I just know the story.
So it was, I think it was one of Dad's coworkers, or it was someone from church or something, and it, you know, we never really like went to people's houses often, right?
And this is why, probably. Gosh.
And so we had gone upstairs into the little boy's room. The boy was, I don't even know, probably, I don't know, 12 maybe. I don't even know. But he had a guinea pig. It was one of those like brown and white guinea pigs.
Oh, like a big one?
Yeah, like the big one. Like the big one. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like a hamster. It was like a guinea pig.
Oh my god.
So Mariel was like 5. I don't even know. Maybe not. Maybe she was a little older. But she had like gone into his room and reached into its glass case and like squeezed it so hard to pick it up, and it went Wee! And then it died. And the little boy went upstairs and was like,
What the heck?
What? Like she's holding this dead guinea pig. And so he takes it from her and is like holding it. And I don't know what happened after that. Like I think the parents went upstairs and I was just like, what just happened? Like I think we left. I don't know if Mom and Dad paid for the guinea pig. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what
probably
happened.
something, but yeah, I mean, it was just like literally probably that kid's pet for like 4 years or something. It was like, oh.
She just squeezed it. She just went up there and grabbed it around its belly and just squeezed it. I don't know if she was squeezing it hard to like, pull it out or if she just thought it was a stuffed animal. I have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, all I remember of the story is like, I don't know if Meryl was telling the story at some point, but she just said that like
it like traumatized her.
Yeah, like she didn't understand, like, you know, obviously she was just like trying to pick it up, and she just said something like she was just like looking at it. Like I don't know though. At the same time, like it's kind of a weird thing because like she was like yeah, I was picking it up and like squeezing it, picking it up, and then it's just like it's it almost is like a stuffed animal in a way because she was like, yeah, just like squeezing it and looking at it, and then his eyeball just like popped out. And it's like, oh, or something like that. And I was like, Jiminy criminy, like what?
I know.
And yeah, you know, that other poor kid thinking about it, he's probably like, Ricky, you know, like, Ricky.
I honestly don't know. Like, I remember the look on his face when he was just, like, holding it and it was dead.
Oh my gosh.
And, like, his face, it was like his mouth was open and he was just like, and he was just, like, standing there with, holding it. And it's like, what happened? And, like, the parent, like, what happened? But, like, it was like Mariel squeezed it and I guess the little boy or whoever it was, like we heard it go wee! Like we heard it squealing.
And then you guys like ran up.
I don't know because it was like he had showed us, he was showing it to us, like he was proud of it, you know, like it was his little pet. And then Mariel just went in and invited herself to just, you know, pick it up. And I don't know. But I'm probably gonna die in about 5 seconds because I just landed in like the busiest place ever.
Well, on a happier note, Meryl later in life got a Siberian dwarf hamster, and it was at first it was ridiculous of a story too because we were at like PetSmart, one of those places, and
oh my god. I'm about to... Oh my god. I'm over it.
And this lady was like showing us those, and when she like opened the dang it, where's this chest at so I get a gun?
No.
Oh, doll, I just messed up our hiding place over here.
Of the where the drinks are.
I'll rebuild the hiding place. But yeah, so the little hamster, like those little tiny things, like when the lady like opened the case or like she was like grabbing this one to like show Meryl, it was like it like dropped out of her like hands or something and like flopped back in, but then like fell back out of like the display thing, which was like waist high. And I just remember that fat little tiny hamster like belly flopping on the
Hey, we're in squads still. We're not in trios.
oh, that's great.
Is that what's going on? Because I just feel like we're getting smacked.
I think maybe it is trios actually. I don't know, but I just got whooped. I just walked around the corner and was like.
Yeah, that little thing that did a belly flop on the ground, we ended up getting it because it was like, oh, is it even gonna survive? And then like and then Meryl got it, and then later I remember like it was when we were in Oklahoma. She like
Tony's gonna play with us, so go back to lobby.
okay. She came out of her room. She's like, "Hey, something." And I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I felt like maybe Meryl was still talking like this. Dude. I was just. The hamster. There's a things in its cage, and like this tiny little Siberian dwarf hamster had babies even after belly flopping at Petco, and it like successfully had like probably like 5 to 8 like hamsters, and like mom would like put little Santa hats on them and like take pictures of them and stuff. Like, what the heck?
I remember that.
It's like, what? You know?
That.
Yeah. It's funny, weird stuff. But I remember one time we were driving back from the ranch, and like it was at one of those gas stations along the road, and like girl was like crying because like one of her like 15 Siberian dwarf hamsters passed away after like a couple years or something. And but gosh, poor Buttermilk. Like when when we, I just remember seeing Buttermilk out at Grandma's in the utility room, and she was sitting in the hamper, and I was just like, that cat is so big.
That's the best cat name, Buttermilk. It's like, oh.
Well, if you ever get a new cat, it would be an honor if you named it Buttermilk.
I probably will.
Yeah, my dad named it that after this area where like is like important to the family in the Kansas side, and but yeah, dude, it was part Maine Coon, and when we had it, you know, I think we would portion its eating, and so it wouldn't just like overeat. And Grandma Phyllis and Grandpa John were just like, yeah, put her on a self-eater, and they just like put like 25 pounds of like dog feed and like, you know, scraps of things and like steaks and this and that. And I remember we put her on a scale one time, and she was like 25 pounds or something like that.
Enormous.
Dalton's no joke.
She was
like, enormous. The best.
Plus her hair on top of that, and so when she was sitting in the clothes hamper, she covered the whole top, and she was just sitting there, and she could still jump. She could get around. Like she'd hop up on the piano seat. That was impressive.
I don't know how she would even get up, like jump.
Oh
She was
man, yeah.
she was enormous.
Just this 25-pound dumbbell just like
I
running
just
around.
she stopped cleaning herself because she couldn't reach herself.
Oh yeah, remember when she would
Hmm
like lick her
She
tummy and it was like
she
she'd stick her leg up and it would like be like, what are you even doing?
she would
Because she
just
was so
lick.
big.
She would lick the air.
Yeah, Dalton, she was
Hmm
so big. She would stick her. She would sit like on
She
her. She
would
would sit like a human almost,
and she'd
and
stick
like
her
stick
back
her
leg
bottom.
up.
Yeah, like up in the air kind of, and it was like so small compared to the rest of her body at that point. And then like
She just licked the air,
yeah,
thinking she was
basically
licking
like
herself.
yeah. She's
Hmm
like, I'm cleaning myself, and it's like your neck doesn't move, buttermilk. Poor cat. But she lived for a really long time, I
She
thought,
did.
and like at that point, I was like, you know what? Buttermilk is happy, like living her best life, like eats whenever she wants, like does whatever she wants, like we would show up and cut like 2 pounds or 3 pounds of like fur knots off of her.
Oh my gosh, her matted hair was so bad. It was so bad. That was like animal abuse style.
Well,
Like
yeah,
let's feed the cat as much as it can possibly eat all day.
yeah. That cat was happy.
It
That cat
was.
was happy. Like that's the thing. It was like, well, yeah, but then again, it was her breed that was supposed to be like managing that, so it was kind of messed up. But
Mhm.
just letting that go. Good thing she was only half Mancoon.
Was she?
I think it was half. Yeah.
Ready up. It says ready. All three of us say ready. Hmm? Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was an amazing combo. Having my grandma would have her blind and deaf Boston Terriers, and then my grandma like lost her voice, and so it was just like her calling those dogs in was just kind of like an epic event and experience to observe. But those dogs would run in, she like stomp on the deck and like it was like Tremors the movie. And like those dogs would like feel the vibrations all the way from like the shed, and then they would just like somehow sprint on like a magnetic route to the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's the three-legged Rush dog. That was Dalton. That would be Dalton's favorite dog. Is a dog named after Rush Limbaugh.
Rush. So when I got there, when mom and dad were dating, they had Gus, Winston, Charlie, Fat Cat.
And what was the last
Fat,
one?
Fat Cat.
What was Fat Cat?
He was like a gray striped cat.
Oh, okay.
Well, Grandma always had cats. She always had. But Winston was a Chihuahua. He was a wired-haired Chihuahua, and he actually lived with Grandma Mike. But he would walk all the way from Grandma Mike's house with
That's
his
so
tiny little
funny.
legs over to like he'd just be standing on the porch. Like he'd just wake up and he's just standing on the porch. But then he'd like eat, like Grandma Phyllis would feed him, and then he'd walk all the way back to Grandma Mike's house.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
so
it.
funny. I wish that's a big reason why, like, having a place, or like, I wish, obviously we still had that place because, like, the different pet personalities come out way, like, more when they just, like, have all that, like just seeing a
Freedom.
wired-haired chihuahua, just like, well, see you later, and just like trotting along, like goes
Yep.
across some acreage, and then um,
Yep.
this is a Chihuahua ranch dog. It's like, oh.
Yeah, they had the
But,
most random breeds out there, just the random. And
yeah.
then, after Charlie died under the house, he was a basset hound. He was yellow. A yellow basset hound. And he just, like, crawled under the house and died when he was close to home. So Grandpa had to go under there and get him. And then, I'm trying to think of who the next round of dogs were after that. Oh, Lady. Lady was a Boston Terrier who had puppies. And Lady had McGrew. Remember McGrew?
Yeah, that's like when I come in kind of more remembering.
Oh, what? Who is shooting me?
Uh-oh.
Figure out where everybody is. Are you up here?
I'm down below.
I just got Tony's card, if anyone's near the bus. Alright, I just got a chug cannon.
Alright. You want me like 15 Nathan? Good job. You remember Lily the cat? I know that's kind of later-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember Lily quite a bit. And that was cool, like, just like that, even though she didn't need to, she would still leave and like go on her like hunts for like 2 weeks.
Right.
And then come back with like a bird, and it's like, well, all she was doing is like hunting the whole time and eating the stuff she was hunting, and then she like come back with something from it.
And then have like 8 kittens.
Yeah. It would always be fun. We'd go out and
She was
snag
chronically pregnant.
It would always be exciting. We're like, yeah, time to go out and snag one of the kittens before it runs under the house. Here we go. And then we'd always like let 1 or 2 of them go. Like, yeah, that one's eyeballs are like completely facing backwards into its head. So we'll go ahead and look for one where we can see its pupils.
Yeah.
And then we would end up getting a Siamese cat where it's like its eyeballs were like definitely looking towards each other a little, but it's like, well, that's the best one out of this lot. Gosh.
So bad. Just so bad.
It's amazing.
It's bad.
Amazing going out there.
Babe, let me shoot you. Hold on. Oh, that's all I got. Sorry. Oh, there we go.
They're inside here like a hot glock. Sorry.
There's one on this roof. I got him.
I'm bringing you a present, Danielle. Here you go.
Hold on, I'm shooting this guy. Hold on. Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay.
I have to get my brother up. You need my kit? Okay. This is to replace that med kit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, I killed him!
You got him. Good shot.
Whoa! And it was with the Havoc assault
Wow.
rifle, which was just
Good
like kind of not the
work.
most.
That like went straight through the car.
Yeah, that
oh
was
my gosh. Good work.
lucky.
Come get your stuff.
Because that stuff's not very accurate. Like I said, he is a cheetah. Alright,
Oh, I don't like that one. Oh, that's what I want. Thank you. I like that one. The other one, I can't control it. It bounces too much.
there's some jellyfish over here if you guys need shield and stuff.
Oh wait, I got these. Come here.
Oops,
Come here,
sorry.
come here. Okay. Everybody good? Everyone's good.
Dalton, do you have any extra sniper? Unless you have sniper.
I don't have any.
I'm good. I don't want to take all the ammo. I'm okay, and then SPC take ammo. Oh, I got the sliding thing, Dalt.
Yeah, I got the sliding thing too just now.
Okay.
Ooh, I need to get Matt bad.
Just like Pluck would say, that'll be a filet mignon in the morning. It's like, oh, what do you mind? I'm like, I don't even understand what that means.
Hey, so like if we go to McDonald's, like, hey, I'll have a number one with fries. Hey man, fries are for everyone in the car. When you get it, you know. It's like, wait, what? I'll just get my own.
Yeah, divvy up.
That's not how it works. When you get breakfast, when you order a hash brown, it's for everyone in the car. It's just like that's, and then he gets the single hash brown. He's looking at it and he's like, "Oh, like
here's a pocket knife."
Yeah, well, he's just like, so this isn't a big bowl of like breakfast, like whatever potatoes, like, but no, dude.
It's a puck.
Yeah.
It's a puck of potatoes, and he's like,
So everyone has to remember that. Dalton, can I talk about the urinal puck real quick? You said
yeah.
Everyone can judge me all they want, but they have to remember that Dalton.
Oh. Drive that bus over me.
I'm just kidding. But you know, just know. Okay, all I have to say is if you're ever in a setting where you're dining, and Dalton's in the area, just be cautious because you never know. He might just pull out a urinal puck and slam it and shatter it in a million pieces all over the ground.
Wait,
and
what?
probably into the air as well.
What? A urinal
One second.
puck?
1 second.
What do you mean? How did
There are urinal mint.
What does that even mean? What's a urinal puck?
They're like little smell well things that are in the urinal. So when they pee on it, it smells better.
Oh,
It's like a air freshener for urinals.
Okay. So
Where'd Hybrid go?
I don't know. I can't hear him. I feel like he was in the middle of the story.
Yeah, so I'll let him finish.
So I take it you guys were out at dinner.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, we're at the cafeteria, the lunchroom at Edmond North.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I guess I was using it, and they just put out fresh urinal mints, and they were like real big, you know, like not used much. So I was like, huh. So I grabbed like 40 napkins out of the dispenser and just grabbed it, you know, with my hand. Carried it in the cafeteria. And then when my friend was done with his meal, I kind of said, what is this? And I sat with the urinal mint on his tray. And he kind of leaned forward and looked at it. He's like, what is that? I was like, I don't know, man. And one of my friends was like, is that one of those urinal mints? And I was like, oh, gross. It does kind of look like it. And so then I grabbed it with all the napkins. And then I just slammed it underneath the table as hard as I could. And it broke into like 15,000 little baby pieces. So everyone that was in the cafeteria that day that like walked out with a little bit of baby urinal mint on their bottom of their feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it probably contaminated multiple people's meals, but that's okay.
I got someone that's here with me. Dawn, she's out.
Nice.
Hello? Sorry that I had to dip out on that amazing story. Did you tell it at all, Dalton, or no?
Yeah. I mean, you can rehash it a little bit, B.
Okay,
I told her that.
well, that was a perfect reaction because it's just like, I mean, I don't know. Dalton basically figured out we just, you know, we have to be creative sometimes, just like, you know, sometimes we're just creative. So basically, you know, for entertainment too. And, yeah, I guess he saw those little, he calls them urinal mints, like, things with his eating. Yeah, and he was able to retrieve it, and then eventually, what did you say? You went into like some friends and you're like, hey guys, watch this.
Well, I showed it to James. I was like, James, what is this? I put it on his tray, and he was like, I don't know,
yeah.
man. And he's like, ew. He's like, is that one of those urinal mints?
I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Then I grabbed it so no one else would grab it and like throw it at anybody or do something else gross with it. So that's why I just grabbed it back and then slammed it on the ground to destroy it.
That's exactly what. That's the amazing thing is like I made sure to grab it so no one did anything else with it and like didn't do anything gross with it. So I just shattered it on the ground into like thousands of pieces all over it and then molecules in the air and the whole cafeteria. That was better. They'd go like and put it in the trash or something. But you know that was amazing. That's like one of the most amazing, random, like stories ever. That pairs like right up neck and neck with like the whole rotten milk in the locker thing.
Yeah, man, that was fun though.
I'm so glad you had that locker, and then it was just like, you know.
Yeah.
I heard that the janitor guy was throwing up everywhere, and like the superintendents were like walking. I remember seeing them walking down the hallways. Danielle, did we ever tell you about the rotten milk prank we did in high school?
No.
Oh my gosh! Like, it was a pretty good master plan where like Dalton had this old, fresh, for some reason he got this locker in this like new freshman hallway, I think, and
yeah,
he like still had it.
I was the last person enrolled that year. They always tried to punish you by putting you in the old hallways.
You want this crazy shotgun? Anybody?
People?
You guys want that? Bless you.
I'll let you take it.
So we were thinking of a way of like, how can we do a prank without getting, like, we can have like, we can just deny like, you know, that it was something that we did on purpose, like it was just an accident. And so the idea was that we were gonna get, which we did, like the milk cartons from the cafeteria, and just put them in this locker, this second locker that Dalton had, that he doesn't use anymore. Just leave them in there, and then just kind of see what happens. You know, like, you know, if they got bad and stinky, you know, and if we got in trouble, or they asked about, oh my gosh, like I put that in there and I totally forgot, you know, like, my bad or something. So these milk cartons, were getting really big and like round almost, like it really expanded.
Expandy.
And yeah, and nothing was really happening just yet. And so like, you know, we decided, all right, we're just gonna open one, just one, and then pour it out. Like I remember, like we poured it out in this trash can in the hallway. I don't remember. Do you remember how long, Dalton, it was that they were aged?
It was about 6 weeks.
Okay. And
Someone's got a sniper.
and I remember. So we did the chocolate. We chose the chocolate milk one because we were kind of experimenting, and good job. All right, one's here.
No, right here, guys. Shoot, right here.
I'm down, I'm down, I'm down.
Tell Danny he's behind him. Right here.
I'm down. He's behind me.
Hybrid beneath you. Right here.
Oh, they're underneath.
Yeah, he's right here. I think that's the last one. Okay, the second to last one, Hybrid. You can get me up if you can build to me.
Where are you at?
I'm way underneath you. All the way underneath.
Good job, good job.
Nice.
Good job.
I'm gonna green spray it.
Okay. The other guy's here. I'm gonna go get her though. He's with you.
You gonna try to go for him?
I'm gonna go for Danielle.
That's Tony.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Good job. Good job. Stay right there.
Yeah, if you go for him, I'm waiting on this guy.
Good job, guys.
Okay.
Good job, guys. Give him a
I
med
see
kit.
him. He's like on the other side of this
He
wall.
needs a med kit.
Okay.
Knocked him for like 44.
Good job. Get him, get him, get him! He's right there!
Oh, dead all the way.
Man in Russia long ago, he was big and strong, and he likely shit the bed.
Oh, good job, you guys. Okay, we got about one game left in us, and then we gotta get going because it's almost midnight.
Yeah.
All right.
Then
got
it's time
one
for the
more.
Mandalorian.
Oh.